When you pictured your life after 60, perhaps even into your 70s and beyond, who did you imagine would be your steadfast rock, your unwavering support system through thick and thin? For many of us, the immediate heartfelt answer is family. Our children, our siblings, perhaps nieces and nephews. It's a natural, deeply ingrained expectation built on decades of shared history and love. But let me ask you this, honestly. As the years have unfolded, has that picture perfectly matched reality? Have you ever felt a subtle shift, a growing sense that while the love is undoubtedly still there, the reliability of that support network feels different? Maybe priorities have changed, distances have grown, or life's own challenges have simply intervened for everyone. If any of that resonates, even a little, then you are absolutely in the right place today. Because we're going to talk about a profound truth that often emerges in our later years. While family connections are invaluable and deeply cherished, relying solely on them for your core support structure can sometimes leave you feeling vulnerable or even let down. But here's the empowering part. There are fundamental pillars. Pillar number 1, your financial stability, the bedrock of independence. Let's start with perhaps the most tangible pillar, your financial stability. Now, I know what some might think, money isn't everything, and that's true. It can't buy health or genuine love. But let's be completely honest with ourselves. Financial independence after 60 isn't just about wealth. It's about dignity, autonomy, and freedom from worry. It's the bedrock upon which so many other aspects of a secure life are built. This isn't about being rich, it's about being secure. Think of it as your personal fortress. It's the resource that ensures you can make choices based on your needs and desires, not on what others can or are willing to provide. When you have your own financial footing, you decide where you live, what care you receive, how you spend your time, and what experiences you pursue, without having to ask for permission or feel like a burden. Why is this pillar often stronger than relying on family financially? Consider the reality. Your children, whom you love dearly, have their own lives, their own financial pressures, mortgages, college funds for their kids, potential job uncertainties, their own retirement planning. Even with the best intentions, their ability to consistently support you financially might be limited or come with unspoken strings attached. Relying on them can inadvertently shift relationship dynamics, creating dependence where you once had parental authority, sometimes leading to subtle resentments or guilt on both sides. Remember Richard? He poured everything into his kids, helped them through college, loaned them money, always believing they'd be his safe. Building this pillar means taking proactive control. Do you have a clear understanding of your income streams, pensions, social security, investments? Have you created a realistic budget that accounts for potential future costs, including healthcare? Have you saved enough to weather emergencies without needing to ask for help? Are you consciously avoiding risky debts or spending habits that could jeopardize your future security? If the answers aren't a confident yes, the time to act is now. Learn to manage your money diligently. Seek advice if needed. Create that budget. Explore safe investment options. Because no matter what happens in the lives of your loved ones, your own carefully managed finances will always be there, standing reliably by your side, providing you with choices and peace of mind. This financial independence is one of the greatest gifts you can give your future self. Pillar number 2, your physical health, the engine of vitality. The second pillar is something no amount of money can buy, and no one else, no matter how much they love you, can truly give you: your physical health. After 60, your body transitions. It can become either your strongest, most enabling ally, allowing you to engage fully with life, or it can become your greatest challenge, limiting your freedom and independence in ways you never anticipated. Think about it. Financial security means little if you lack the physical vitality to enjoy it. What good are travel plans if mobility issues keep you grounded? How can you pursue hobbies or spend quality time with loved ones if chronic pain or low energy holds you captive? Why is this pillar uniquely yours to maintain, potentially more reliably than relying on others for physical support? Because no one else can eat healthy for you, exercise for you, get enough sleep for you, or attend preventative checkups for you. Your family can offer help, yes, drive you to appointments, assist with tasks if needed, but they cannot embody health on your behalf. That responsibility, and the incredible power that comes with it, rests solely with you. Carl learned this the hard way. Once active, retirement led him to let his health slide. He gained weight, lost energy, and struggled with simple tasks he used to take for granted. His children cared, offered suggestions, but they couldn't force him to change. It was only when he finally realized that his independence was slipping away that he took control. He started walking daily, made conscious efforts to eat cleaner, and began taking his health seriously. Within months, his strength returned, his energy levels soared, and perhaps most importantly, his confidence and sense of capability came flooding back. Strengthening this pillar isn't about becoming a super athlete, it's about consistent, mindful choices. Move your body regularly, even if it's just gentle walking or stretching. Choose nourishing foods that fuel your body well. Prioritize sleep. And critically, do not ignore warning signs or skip preventative health screenings. Listen to your body. Be proactive. The more you invest in protecting your health now, the less dependent you will be on others for physical assistance later. Your health is your non-negotiable asset, your ticket to continued vitality and freedom. Treat it as the precious resource it is. Pillar number 3, your social circle, the tapestry of connection. This brings us to our third pillar, one that combats a silent epidemic often faced in later years, maintaining a vibrant social circle. One of the biggest, yet often unintentional mistakes people make after 60 is letting their world gradually shrink. Friends might move away to be closer to their own families, some sadly pass on, former work colleagues drift apart, and mobility issues can sometimes make socializing harder. Slowly, subtly, you might find yourself feeling more isolated than you ever expected. Loneliness isn't just a fleeting sadness. Research consistently shows it's genuinely dangerous. It impacts mood, cognitive function, physical health, and can even shorten lifespan. While family provides a core connection, they often can't fill the entire social void. Your children have their own demanding schedules, their own social lives, their own peer groups. They can't always be there for the casual chat, the shared laugh over coffee, the companionship during a quiet afternoon. Margaret discovered this. At 73, she relied heavily on her sons for company after her husband passed. They loved her and visited when they could, but work, kids, and life inevitably made those visits less frequent than she craved. The silence grew heavy. Then, one day, encouraged by a neighbor, she joined a local gardening group. She reconnected with old acquaintances, made new friends who shared her passion, picked up a fulfilling hobby, and suddenly, her life felt vibrant again. Conversation, laughter, shared purpose, it all came flooding back, not from waiting for her sons, but from actively cultivating her own social connections. This is why your social circle, the tapestry of friendships and connections you actively build and maintain, is such a critical pillar. These are the relationships often built on shared interests, mutual understanding, and the unique camaraderie that comes from peer connections. Friends often understand the nuances of aging in a way younger family members might not. They provide companionship, support, perspective, and simply fun. Your social life isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for emotional and mental well-being. So, ask yourself, who brings joy, laughter, and connection into your life regularly outside of your immediate family? If that list feels short, it's time to reach out. Explore local clubs, volunteer opportunities, senior center activities, online groups focused on your interests, or even just make a point to call an old friend. Even small interactions, a chat with a neighbor, joining a book club, taking a walk with someone new, can make a world of difference. These connections remind you that you matter, that you belong, and that you are part of a wider community. Building and nurturing these friendships is an investment in your happiness and resilience, a pillar that stands strong independently of family obligations. Finding that sense of purpose, nurturing your health, and building those vital connections. These are exactly the kinds of topics we delve into here, offering practical wisdom and shared experiences for navigating life after 60 and 70 with strength and joy. If this resonates with you, If you're looking for insights and encouragement tailored specifically for this important chapter of life, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button below and ring the notification bell. Doing so ensures you won't miss future videos designed to empower and support you. Your support also fuels our ability to keep creating this valuable content. Now, let's move on to the fourth crucial pillar. Pillar number 4, your sense of purpose. The fourth pillar is arguably one of the most overlooked yet profoundly impactful forms of support, your sense of purpose. This isn't necessarily about grand ambitions or changing the world. It's about having a reason to get out of bed in the morning that feels meaningful to you. It's the inner compass that gives your life direction, color, and momentum, especially after major life transitions like retirement or children leaving the nest. After 60, many people can feel adrift. The roles that once defined them, career professional, parent raising a family, may have diminished or disappeared entirely. This can leave a significant void, a feeling of being less needed or unsure of one's place. While family provides love and connection, they cannot bestow purpose upon you. That spark, that sense of meaning, has to come from within. George experienced this acutely. A retired engineer who meticulously planned his finances, he thought he'd love the endless relaxation of retirement. But soon, the days felt empty, quiet, and repetitive. He felt lost. It wasn't until he started volunteering at a local community center, teaching basic woodworking skills to kids, that he rediscovered his spark. Sharing his knowledge, seeing the children's enthusiasm, connecting with a new generation, it ignited something within him. He felt useful, engaged, and alive again. Purpose is what fuels your days when external obligations lessen. It's what keeps your mind active and engaged. It could be anything: cultivating a garden, mastering a new skill like painting or learning an instrument, volunteering for a cause you believe in, mentoring someone younger, traveling and exploring, setting personal fitness goals, writing memoirs, researching family history, or even dedicating time to spiritual growth. The specific activity matters less than the sense of engagement and meaning it provides. Your purpose doesn't have to be large-scale or world-changing. It just has to be yours. It has to resonate with your values and interests. Finding and nurturing this sense of purpose protects against the apathy and depression that can sometimes creep in during later life. It reminds you of your capabilities and your ongoing contribution to the world, however you define it. Because when you have purpose, you're not waiting for others to make you feel valuable. You know you are, because you are actively engaged in something that matters to you. This internal drive is an incredibly powerful source of support and resilience. Pillar number 5, your emotional resilience. The shock absorber for life. Life, as we all know, doesn't stop testing us just because we've reached a certain age. In fact, the years after 60 often bring some of the most significant emotional challenges: the loss of loved ones, facing our own health issues or those of a spouse, navigating financial worries, or coping with the inevitable changes and limitations that aging can bring. This is where our 5th pillar becomes absolutely crucial: your emotional resilience. Emotional resilience isn't about being stoic or pretending that things don't hurt. It's not about suppressing sadness or grief. It's about your capacity to feel those difficult emotions, to process them, and to still find a way to move forward without shattering. It's the inner fortitude, the mental and emotional shock absorber that allows you to weather life's storms. Why is cultivating your own resilience so vital, perhaps even more so than relying solely on family for emotional support during tough times? Because while family can offer comfort, sympathy, and a listening ear, they cannot carry your pain for you. They cannot fix what hurts deep inside. They have their own emotional landscapes to navigate, their own perspectives, and sometimes their presence, while well-intentioned, might not provide the specific kind of inner strength you need to truly cope and heal. Helen, at 75, faced the devastating loss of her husband of 40 years. Initially, she leaned heavily on her children, who were wonderful and supportive. But over time, she realized that while their love helped, the deep ache of grief was something she had to learn to navigate from within. She joined a grief support group, started journaling her feelings, and consciously practiced gratitude for the years she did have with her husband. She didn't stop missing him, but she discovered a strength within herself she hadn't known existed. She learned to sit with the pain without letting it consume her. Resilience is built, not magically found. It's forged in the quiet moments you face alone, in the conscious choices you make day by day to find perspective, practice self-compassion, and seek healthy coping mechanisms. It involves developing mindfulness, learning to manage stress, cultivating optimism even amidst difficulty, and perhaps most importantly, accepting that change and loss are parts of life while still holding on to hope. It's about understanding that you have the inner resources to handle adversity. This internal strength, this ability to bounce back, or perhaps bounce forward, is the most reliable emotional support you will ever have. It's the courage you carry inside, always available, regardless of who else is around. Pillar number 6, your ability to adapt. The key to thriving. Finally, we arrive at the 6th essential pillar, one that underpins all the others: your ability to adapt. If there's one absolute certainty about life after 60, it's that things will change. Your health might fluctuate, friends or family may move or pass away, financial situations can shift, technology evolves, and the routines that once felt solid can suddenly feel uncertain. Resisting these changes, clinging rigidly to how things used to be, is often a recipe for frustration, isolation, and unhappiness. Those who struggle most with aging are often the ones who fight change the hardest. But those who thrive are the ones who learn to adapt, to be flexible, to find new ways of doing things and new sources of joy. Your ability to adapt isn't just a useful skill, it's a lifeline in later life. It ensures that when one door closes, you have the mindset and the willingness to look for another one to open. Look at Frank. At 78, he was deeply social, his life revolving around weekly card games and dinners with a close-knit group of friends. But over a few years, friends moved away or passed on, and his familiar social structure dissolved. He felt lost and isolated at first, thinking his best years were behind him. But then, he decided to adapt. He hesitantly learned how to use video calls to stay in touch with friends who had moved. He joined an online chess club, rediscovering an old passion in a new format. He even started attending events at the local senior center, making new acquaintances he never thought he'd connect with. He didn't try to recreate the past. He adapted to the present and, in doing so, kept growing and found new avenues for connection and enjoyment. Being adaptable doesn't mean giving up the things or people you love. It means being open to new versions of those things, or finding new paths when old ones are no longer viable. If a physical limitation arises, can you adapt your hobbies or find new ones? If your social circle changes, are you willing to seek out new connections? If technology feels daunting, are you open to learning the basics to stay connected or manage tasks more easily? If a routine stops serving you, can you create a new one that better fits your current needs? Your ability to adjust, to learn, and to embrace new possibilities is what keeps life dynamic and engaging, regardless of external circumstances. It ensures you always find a way to keep moving forward. So, there you have them, the 6 fundamental pillars of support that you can build and rely on, especially as you navigate life after 60 and beyond. Your financial stability, your physical health, your social circle, your sense of purpose, your emotional resilience, and your ability to adapt. Reaching 60, 70, and beyond isn't just about growing older. It's about consciously building a foundation that carries you forward with strength, dignity, and joy. While family will always hold a precious place in our hearts, true, unwavering security often comes from within, from the pillars you actively cultivate. When these 6 pillars are strong in your life, you'll never truly feel powerless or left behind. You won't be waiting anxiously for someone else to save you, validate you, or provide for you, because you'll have already built the internal and external resources to stand tall on your own. Your financial stability protects you from uncertainty. Your physical health keeps you free and capable. Your social circle lifts your spirit. Your purpose fuels your days. Your emotional resilience helps you rise when life gets heavy. and your adaptability lets you keep moving forward even when the path inevitably changes. Build these pillars, nurture them, and you create a life of enduring strength and profound peace of mind, no matter what the future holds. If you found this video insightful and helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and perhaps share it with a friend who might also benefit. Your support truly gives us great motivation and encouragement to continue creating content designed to inform and inspire you on this journey. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.